Against the backdrop of the spectacular Rocky Mountains on the outskirts of Colorado Springs, home to some of our nation's best and brightest at the United States Air Force Academy. And when they're not learning to fly, they're getting ready for battles on the gridiron. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Fresno State Bulldogs, taking on another team from the Mountain West, the Air Force Falcons. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Fresno State will kick it off and we will be underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets a block. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. The Falcons offense will get the first possession of the game. And here he comes. This offense is built completely around the talents of this running back, a rare commodity in today's game, and all eyes are on it.
And the defense knows it too. You know every single snap, this defense is going to be keying on this running back, knowing that he is the key to the offense's success.
Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Strong, firm tackle. And to keep this opening drive going, they'll need to convert 3rd and 1. Give to the fullback. Keeps the legs moving. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. And the Falcons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. On the option. Now the pitch. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play. The Falcons are on the move. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. They'll run the option. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. To throw, it's Busha. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the 2nd quarter. Wants to throw on first down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a 2nd down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
After that 5-yard loss, some work to do now to keep this drive humming at 2nd and 15. The option look. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Did everything he could to discard the tacklers, but he was just able to get back to where he started. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Smashes it between the uprights. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Fresno State's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And they seem to believe that they can take big plays away and man coverage by just locking him up in this matchup, David.
Yeah, and it's hard to lock down a great wide receiver, but a great defensive back versus a great wide receiver, we got a showdown.
Yeah, let's be honest, David. Most defenses don't have a dude like that at cornerback that could do that in a game like this, but this matchup is unique, and it's going to really determine the outcome of the game.
And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Back to pass, it's Keene. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. He'll come out throwing on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dialing up a second down pass play. Just too much of a rush, and down goes their quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Zings it complete to the right. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. And this one will be a 57-yard attempt. He'll unleash it from the right hash. And he missed it. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the air, it's Busha. Quick strike complete. Open space at the 25. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. No good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss.
Fresno State, 0.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. They'll throw it on first down. Lofts one high and deep. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, thanks, guys. And through 2 quarters of ball, it looks like we're in for another fun one here today. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. but really this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Falcon Stadium.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. Not much went right in the first half, hoping for better things as they start this third quarter.
Yeah, and we've got to put that first half behind us. This offense has proven they're better than 3 points in the first half. Now, put this drive together, build some momentum, and let's see where this game can go.
But if you're on defense, keep the pedal to the metal. Stay aggressive. Everything you did in that first half worked perfectly. Let's continue that trend here in the second half.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Snares it outside. It's Moss. Fresno State will have to punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work.
Brings up fourth down.
No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. Here comes the offense onto the field again. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll ride his man on the option. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Holding, offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. The give to the fullback. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. If they're going to keep this drive going, they'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Feeling some heat. He's got his man. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Falcons will bring the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. They'll get down and put a stop on this return. They'll mark it at the 32. On first down, here comes this offense. They'll give it to the back. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. And here comes the offense on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
That's the end of the quarter. Air Force has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Looking to pass. It's Keene. Setting up the screen. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Unloads it left. Hauls it in. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. 2nd down coming up. Handoff to the lone back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. Got him downfield. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. Fresno State right back to the line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting to his progression.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. The defense will try to hold up one more time. Under 2 minutes to go. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. He caught it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the 4th quarter, that ramps up the pressure. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw never gave his receiver a chance. They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Movement here from the tight end. Power football with the run. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas. This offense, they're trying to get back in the game. They're having to be aggressive. You're now going to have to start taking chances. An errant throw ends up in the hands of the defense, and I think that's all she wrote.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. 3-point lead, put together a great drive here, Jesse. You can turn it into a 2-possession game.
Let's do that. Let's get a touchdown on the board. Let's find out where our playmakers have the best matchups, and let's exploit those, David.
And it would put our defense in such a great position. 4th quarter, 2-possession lead. It makes it easy to play defense.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Really nice run. Rips off 6 on the play, but it brings up a 4th and 2. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Catches it at the 30. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. He'll start this drive firing. Got his man. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. And the offense just chooses to spike the ball. Offense gets set for 2nd down. To the air, it's Keene. Just a short pass to the tight end. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Running back searching for a hole. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. And they spike it and get the clock stopped. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. And they are coming out for what will be a huge field goal attempt. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And in the waning seconds of the game, they tie it up.
Wow, and with that field goal, with so little time left here in the game, it looks like this thing's going to OT. You have to give that young guy so much credit. He had the weight of the world on his shoulders, and he's able to knock it through. We've still got some football left here, fellas.
Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. From inside the 15, here's the return. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. The give to the back. Oh, did you like that stiff arm? Get a face full of that as he gets it up to the 34. 4 quarters, not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football and finding out which of these 2 teams is the most mature, who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational-type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
They stop him right on the edge of the red zone and pick up a 5 to the 20. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Big fullback's got it. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. They'll throw on 3rd and short. He looks that one in nicely. Touchdown, Air Force! And they're on top here in overtime.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
This extra point would give them a 7-point lead in OT. And they knocked through the extra point for the 10-3 lead. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Looking downfield, it's Keene. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Fresno State working from the red zone. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Looking to throw for it. Quickly complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Fresno State. They got the score. Now to see if they go for the win or the tie.
Obviously very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. This is like that 2-foot putt. They still need to make it to force another overtime. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. We play on 1st down here in the 2nd overtime period. Out of the gun to give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Here's the handoff. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23. Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Got a man. It's Moss. And fire the completion there in the red zone and set up at the 13. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He wants to throw. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Got it in to take the lead here in the 2nd OT.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
2nd overtime, and they'll have to go for 2. Trying to slam in. They do not get the 2, and now the lead sits at 6 in double OT.
Fresno State, 16. Air Force, 10.
Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Back to throw, it's Busha. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
Complete to the wideout. No gain on the play. Second down coming up.
Looking to throw on second down. Using the quick game. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. On third and long, he has to throw for it. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. This, the biggest play of the game so far. Going for it on fourth down in overtime. Coming after it. That'll do it! The sack ends it as the defense puts the final nail in the coffin. This is one of the best games we've called this season. A thriller, and it comes down to the wire here in overtime.
I could watch these two teams play another 6 times this year, just back and forth, trading blows, offenses coming up with explosive plays, big hits all over the field. David, this is what college football is all about.
No doubt. I love your excitement, but where's the defensive mentions? Some good defense out there, too, there, homeboy. I know it's not just offenses that get you excited. Some defensive plays, too. Nip and tuck the whole game, decided in overtime, crushing Holmes.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese